Before we talk about what might happen on Wednesday morning, let's take a look at what's happening with XRP right now. If you haven't already, click the red subscribe button to join the crypto forces. If we look at everything at once, we see a lot of trouble. This is because Bitcoin is reaching all-time highs, while XRP is up about 3% in USD and down about 1.4% in Bitcoin. This is to be expected since Bitcoin is still very popular and is picking up a lot of speed. To put it another way, values are getting close to $140 billion, 0 cents, and about $2, 0 cents. Every 24 hours deals worth $7 billion, 0 cents happen. But before we go any further, I want to make it clear that nothing on this channel should be taken as financial advice. As with any investment, you should always do your own research before putting money into crypto, including the SEC. 21 shares put in for the XRP ETF. We already know this. I retweeted it, but I want to say it again. We are starting to see not only XRP, but also Dogecoin. The 21 share spot ETF that was filed has been pushed back. What's going on? It's normal, so there's no need to worry too much. For XRP, it's a clear sign of where things are really going lately, how many ETF applications there have been. Senator Cynthia Lumen says that the U.S. must be the leader in digital assets. This is similar to what Donald Trump has said about crypto and how they want the U.S. to be the center of crypto. If not, that's fine too. Other countries will still use crypto, even if the US doesn't become a hub for it. They know that another country has more eyes on the digital asset area than ever before, so they're going to invest in blockchain technology and digital assets, making rules and trying to become the center of the world. What do you think if we talk about becoming a world hub? More and more big developers and crypto companies will come to the US. Since they want to go to a country that is good at using new technology, it makes sense that they would choose the US. Of course, most of that growth is going toward becoming a world hub, which, believe it or not, is good for business, the country, and people's health. It also makes the country more technologically advanced. People in business, government, financial services, and pretty much every other field are talking about digital assets more than ever before. Check this out. The number of people interested in Bitcoin futures has reached an all-time high of 74.96 billion. We're not surprised that Bitcoin is about to reach a new all-time high. That's just how things work. Surprised, I agree with this 100%. BlackRock isn't messing around. Hey, I'm very optimistic. As I've said every month, BlackRock won't be here for the next 5 months. For the next 12 months, BlackRock is in here. They want to stay for a long time and give Bitcoin as much attention as possible. The goal is to have as much Bitcoin as possible. The more Bitcoin they have, the more power they have. More people than ever are buying Bitcoin. I still think that this move isn't even close to being driven by retail. I also think that retail will be priced out of a lot of digital goods. And I think Bitcoin is already too expensive for most people to buy. I mean, how many people can go out and buy a Bitcoin for $17,000, 0 cents? It's clear that Bitcoin was very cheap a few years ago compared to where it is now at 1070. Massive amounts of money are coming in. And while individuals are still buying it, it's institutions like MicroStrategy and BlackRock that are bringing it to the public. These institutions are buying Bitcoin for the long term because they know how valuable it is. Take a look at this, Eric Adams, who will always be people who can't accept what can be. This is because it is very close to the weekly moving average, which is the 10-day moving average. It's very interesting. Also, the way things are going with Bitcoin makes me think good things will happen for our old friend XRP as well. Take a look at this recent legal analysis from William and Mary Law School, which is the oldest law school in the US. It shows that people who bought XRP got a piece of Ripple's futures cash flow. Jackson is a law professor at the study from the University of Texas, released in May 2025, says that people who bought XRP essentially bought an economic interest in Ripple's future income lines. However, the study also points to a legal gray area that makes things harder. However, the academic report was first brought to the public's attention by an independent crypto researcher in a post on X, which started a conversation in the XRP community. People who own XRP have bought a piece of Ripple's cash flow. It looks like investors are betting that Ripple will make money in the long run, especially from its blockchain-based transaction settling system. Its value depends on how well Ripple's infrastructure works, according to the study. Since XRP is the token that runs the blockchain, more big financial companies will use it. This means that more people will use the XRP system to tokenize assets, which is related to tokenization, which is something that many big companies and financial institutions are actively researching. This really shows what the XRP system is planning to do. And since rules are being put in place, I think it's just that one-stop shop. Of course, this will make XRP more valuable. XRP is a key part of making the XRP system liquid, so it makes sense that it goes with it. You can see that XRP is useful in ways that are different from its normal bonds. Let's look at this instead. We already know about this case, but I'd like to talk about it anyway because it brings up an important point. There are claims that XRP doesn't provide formal investor protections like enforceable rights or disclosures under SEC regulation. Of course, that's the thing with crypto, and that's where your research and due diligence come in. But you should only do that if you've done your research and have enough money to lose. Remember that patience is the most important thing, but as you read this, you can also see that university professors are starting to pay attention to blockchain technology. This wasn't the case a few years ago, but now things are moving very quickly. On the other hand, the control is about 63.9%, which is still pretty high compared to where we were a week ago. If you're looking at BTC right now, let's make it brand new. You should know that Bitcoin is almost ready to break out to $1,800,000 since again. Bitcoin is almost ready to hit a new all-time high. If you want to see how close we are, check this out. We only need a 1.6% move to repeat that all-time high, and I think we will get a little pushback there because that is a key resistance. Other than that, things are looking great. If you look at XRP right now, it's clear that it's responding well to this Bitcoin move. It's not growing because Bitcoin is so popular, but I think a lot of haters will be shocked because the price of XRP has gone up 63% since the 0.5% fib zone retest. Even now, when the price isn't going to an all-time high, there are still a lot of people who don't like it. Bitcoin is popular at the moment, but I believe XRP will really shine once we reach 23.6 and start pushing up to that 284. Please let me know what you think.